Our math lesson for today is lesson 15-3. We are going to be talking about shapes. You will need this math paper, your pencils, your crayons, whatever else you have to do your math with.
You can ask questions to help you sort shapes. Look at the sides of the shapes. How are these shapes alike? Think about it. Do these shapes have straight sides? Yes, they all have straight sides. This is one way they are all alike. Do these shapes have corners? Yes, they all have corners. This is another way these shapes are all alike. How are these shapes alike? Think about it. Do these shapes have straight sides? No, these shapes all have curves. Curves are not straight. Sides are always straight. A corner of a shape is where two straight sides meet. Do these shapes have corners? Yes, these shapes all have corners. Do these shapes have corners? No, these shapes do not have corners. Tell how you know. Corners are where straight sides meet. These shapes do not have straight sides. You have just learned how plane shapes can be different. Plane shapes can have straight sides. They can have curves. Plane shapes can also have corners, or they can have no corners. Now you see how questions help you sort plane shapes.
Okay, so today in math we are going to be talking about plane shapes. Plane shapes, if you remember back from the beginning of our math lesson, are flat shapes, shapes that we have on paper or that we draw on the board or we see on the computer screen. Okay, so they are flat shapes. We are going to take a look at the front of our paper today, and we are going to do some practice with shapes. Pretty easy. These are shapes that we've probably already know and have worked with before. The first one that we're going to start off with is a square. When we take a look at a square, it has straight lines and it has corners where the straight lines meet. In a square, all of the sides are the same size. So if I measured this line and this line and this line and this line, they would all be the same length, the same size. In the box for number 1, you are going to draw a square. Just try your best. It does not have to be perfect. If you start and go straight down, and then you can go straight across the bottom, and then maybe make another line going straight down to connect, and then go up to the top and go across, you should have something that looks like a square. So draw your square in the box for number 1. And then we're going to move over to box number 2. In box number 2, we are going to talk about this shape, the circle. A circle is also a plane shape. When I look at the circle, it does not have any straight lines. It does not have any corners. There's no parts where straight lines meet. A circle has a curved line. So in the box for number 2, you are going to draw a circle with curved lines on your paper. And then go down to box number 3. In box number 3 on your paper, you are going to make a triangle. A triangle is a shape that has straight lines. It has 3 straight lines, and it has 3 corners where the straight lines come together. It does not matter if your triangle goes this way or this way. All right, as long as it has 3 straight lines and 3 corners, it is a triangle. So you are going to go ahead in box number 3 and draw a triangle. Try to have 3 straight lines and 3 corners for your triangle. And then down at the bottom in box number 4, we are going to work on a rectangle. So a rectangle has straight lines. It also has corners. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 straight lines. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. And you think to yourself, this is just like a square. Well, it's different because 2 of the lines are the same size and the other 2 lines are the same size, but they're not all the same size. All right, so usually 2 of the lines are shorter and 2 of the lines are longer to make a rectangle. Again, it does not matter if your rectangle goes this way or this way. It is a rectangle. So you can draw a rectangle in box number 4. It doesn't matter which way your rectangle goes, as long as you have 4 straight lines and 4 corners. 2 of the lines are longer and 2 of the lines are shorter. And another shape, a plane shape we've talked about that we might see coming up is our hexagon. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. You don't have a spot to draw it on your paper right now, but I think we're going to do it on the inside. So we'll leave that out. All right, open up your paper to the inside. Okay, so we have a chart here to fill in. For number 1, it tells us to look at the plane shape. Then we're going to count how many sides, straight lines, and how many corners for each of these shapes. So number 1 is done for us. This is our square. When we count the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can trace the number 4 that's there. And then we count the corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count the number or trace the number 4 that's there. And go down below to the triangle. We're going to count the straight sides, 1, 2, 3. Write a 3 in the box. We're going to count the corners, 1, 2, 3. Write a 3 in the box. Go down below to the shape, the circle, number 3. How many straight sides does a circle have? 0. A circle does not have straight sides, so write a 0 in the box. And how many corners does a circle have? 0 again. Write a 0 in the box. There are no corners. Corners come from straight sides. So if a circle does not have straight sides, it cannot have corners. And go down to number 4, our rectangle. How many straight sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. Write a 4 in the box. How many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4. Write a 4 in the box. Okay, down at the bottom, it asks us about sorting. Remember, when we sort, we put things together that are alike. So I'm going to show you some sorting over here, I think, with some of my magnet shapes. So let's see here if I can put some more shapes out here. All right, so I have a bunch of shapes that we've talked about here, a bunch of plane shapes. All right, if I was going to sort these shapes and find out how they are alike, one way I could do it is by shape. So I could put all the triangles together. Let me put this down here while I do that. So I'm going to put all the triangles over here. All right, then I'm going to put all the circles together. So I'm going to put all the circles over here. And I'm going to put all the squares together. All right, and I'm going to put all the rectangles together. And then I'm going to put all the hexagons together. All right, so I don't have a lot of room on my board here, but you can see I put the triangles, I put the squares, the hexagons, the circles, and the rectangles together. What's a different way I could sort these? Well, I could sort them by color. So I could put all the red shapes over here. Okay, I could put all the blue shapes right here. And I could put all the yellow shapes over here. So if you take a look, now I have red, blue, and yellow sorted. I could also sort these by size. So I can put all the large shapes together. And then I can put all the smaller shapes together. So now you can see large and small. So there are different ways to sort. When we sort, we tell how things are the same, and we put things together with other like things. Okay, back to our paper. Number 5 on the other side tells you to draw a shape with 3 corners. Well, take a look at our shapes that we talked about. Which one has 3 corners? The triangle does. Go ahead in the box for number 5 and draw a triangle. Number 6 says draw a shape with more than 3 straight sides. So first I have to think about more than 3. 4 is more than 3. 5 is more than 3. 6 is more than 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. So all those numbers are more than 3. So let's see here. I could draw a square. That has more than 3 straight sides. It has 1, 2, 3, 4. You could draw a hexagon. That has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight sides. Or you could draw a rectangle. That has 1, 2, 3, 4. So you pick which one you would like to draw for number 6 Any one is fine as long as it's more than 3 straight sides. So it can't be a circle, that has 0. It can't be a triangle, that has 3. It has to be more than 3. Okay, and then go back down below to number 7. Draw a shape with 6 sides and 6 corners. Well, let's look at what we just saw. The one that has 6 sides and 6 corners is our hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, some of you might be a little upset about having to draw a hexagon. Let me show you. Mine are never perfect, but we'll try it. Straight line up here, then go down below and draw another straight line. Okay, then go out to the side, and on this one, out to this side. Then at the bottom, out to the side, and then out to the side. All right, so it's definitely not a perfect hexagon, but it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it does have 6 sides and it does have 6 corners. So try your best and draw a hexagon for 6 sides and 6 corners. And then down at the bottom, it says sort these shapes into 2 groups. Tell your sorting rule. So you can decide what you want to do. Do you want to do shapes that have more than 4 straight sides, shapes that have 3 corners? You decide what your rule is going to be. When you are ready, flip it to the back. Number 9 says circle 3 shapes that have the same number of corners and sides. So we're looking for ones up here that are the same somehow. So we know hexagon has 6 corners, 6 sides. Rectangle has 4 corners, 4 sides. Triangle has 3 corners, 3 sides. Circle has 0 corners, 0 sides. Square has 4 corners, 4 sides. So I can already tell here that I've got 2 that have the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I look 1, 2, 3, 4. None of the other shapes have 4 or the same as anything else. So you are going to circle, circle, and circle the ones that have 4 corners and 4 sides. Go down below to number 10. Let's listen to the clue. I have 4 corners and my sides are not the same length. Which shape am I? So let's count 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be that one. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So now we've got to decide between this one here, trapezoid, and square, A and C. So our other part of the clue is my sides are not the same. On this one, are all sides the same? No, this one's shorter and this one's longer. Are all sides the same here? Yes. So we have letter A. This one, the sides are not the same. And down below, it asks you to make up a riddle about a shape. You can make it up on your own. If you want to say, you know, I have 0 corners and 0 sides. What am I? You can pick a shape and make up some clues about it. To finish our math job today, we are going to do a brain pop about shapes.
Moby, that's not gonna work. No, it won't. The wheels are the wrong shape. Wheels work better when they're circles. What is a circle? It's round and curved. A clock, coins, and a pizza can all be circles. Actually, that's an oval. An oval is also curved, but it's shaped like an egg. I guess it rolls too. Wheels are circles because circles roll really well. See, Moby? Your bike won't work because the wheels aren't circles, they're squares. What is a square? A square has 4 corners and 4 straight sides that are connected. Each side is the same length. Crackers, a sandwich, and keys on a computer can all be squares. You're right, Moby. That shape looks a bit different from a square. What is a rectangle? Well, a rectangle has 4 corners and 4 straight sides, just like a square. But a rectangle is different because the sides are not all the same length. The opposite sides are the same length. A book, bookshelf, refrigerator, a piece of paper, and a skyscraper can all be rectangles. Right, Moby. I guess you do see rectangles everywhere. But I also know shapes that have less than 4 sides. What is a triangle like? A triangle has 3 corners and 3 straight sides. Some triangle sides are all the same length. Other triangle sides are not the same length. Safety street signs, a slice of pizza, and half a sandwich can all be triangles. Yep, and a musical triangle is a triangle too. So you see, Moby, different shapes can be useful in different ways. And you can't have a bike with square wheels. It just won't work. No, it won't. Hey, that's cheating.